Nissan Stadium on the banks of the Cumberland River in downtown Nashville, Tennessee. This crowd here fired up for football as a moment ago their Titans were introduced. A good one as the Titans get set to match up with the Houston Texans. The NFL season has hit high gear, and off we go in Week 11 on EA Sports. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. On first down, Willis. And a big loss here as he's taken down. After the sack, they're staring at a challenge basically from the other side of town. It's second and a country mile. Blitz forthcoming as he'll look to throw. Forced out to his left. Now he'll let it go on the run. Deep left side. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off near the 42. And he'll get it all the way down inside the 35-yard line. They may have thrown the interception, obviously less than ideal, but I think they also sent a message that they're going to push the ball downfield in this one. Yeah, not afraid to take their shots right away, huh? What was that, like a 9-9-9 route? 9 meaning go? Just went ahead and went for it. Didn't work out so well because it certainly appeared the defense was prepared. But I'm with you. Okay, so it didn't work this time. Doesn't mean we won't try it again later. And they'll begin by running the option. Finding room to the 20. And he will reach the 5-yard line before going out of bounds. That's a good chunk of yardage. It's going to be canceled out. And we always talk about hidden yardage in a game. That's going to count as that because now it doesn't go on the books. But now they have to make that up again, don't they? Play action. It's McDonald. Oh, he's going to take a shot right away. Open man is Cooks. He's got it. Touchdown, Texans. But sometimes you just got to marvel at how these guys can throw the football. He gave that everything he had, and it was right on the money. And we knew that this offense was going to try and put pressure on the secondary. That was something they talked about with us. They knew that they had an advantage, pressed it, and there you go. Big play for a touchdown on their very first. You can see in the next-gen stats, that one 62 yards in the air. Fairbairn good with the extra point, and that makes the score 7-0. So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. And they are back down to 500 following the loss last week. Consistency has been a real issue for them so far. Brandon, you almost don't know what team is going to show up every week. I mean, there's no consistency with this ball club at all, and if we feel that way, I know it frustrates the coaching staff, and it also has to frustrate the key leaders in the locker room. They got to figure out how to get coordinated. And he got half of what he needed there, 2 yards, and it'll bring up a 3rd and 2 more. Off play action. Willis steps away. Toward the sideline. Did he keep the feet in? Yes, he got them both down, says the side judge. And that's good enough for a first down. So a 1st and 10 now in Houston territory at the 41. Henry running right. And he'll take this one down to about the 40. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Back to throw. Willis being chased out left. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. And he's going to be taken down with another first down as the stop's made at the Texans' 29-yard line. Nice job. Nice patience right there. Put him on the right side. Let him work his way across. Put the ball in his hands and let him work his way upfield with a catch. A first down carry for Henry. And he'll take this down just shy of the 25-yard line. The safety Landon Collins there to make the tackle.
He was hoping to get to the edge, but they did a really nice job of forcing him back inside. That's excellent fundamental defensive football. Don't let them outside where they can really shred your defense.
And he's going to be close to a first down as the tackle is made at the Texans' 21. Trying to keep the drive going here. This is play number 7 on 3rd and 2. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8.
A very important third down conversion right there, because when you're trailing and find yourself this deep in enemy territory, the kicker's not even part of your thought process. You got to make it pay off with 6. Nice connection right there to set up 1st and goal.
Toward the back corner of the end zone, but he could not get the feet down. This will wind up incomplete.
You got to be precise with your throws, especially in this situation. You're inside the 10-yard line going into the end zone. But sometimes the emotion, the excitement, sometimes the decisions just aren't made very well because of that.
And he'll be stopped just outside the 5 at the 6. They'll look to throw on 3rd and goal. Steps away to his left. Got a man, and it's taken in for a Titans touchdown. DeAndre Hopkins, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Titans are an extra. Oh, and now they're going to fake it. And he's in for 2. The fake works. And they take the lead.
Someone really wanted to be in the lead here, because that's a heck of a gamble, isn't it? You're down 1, you kick it, you got a tie ball game. Instead, they fake it. And I keep coming back to this every time I see it. Remember, if you're faking an extra point now, the ball snapped at the 15-yard line.
Yeah, you're giving up 13 yards as opposed to just lining up at the 2 and saying you're going to go for 2.
You're running a big play, lots of yardage for 1 extra point. That's a heck of a gamble, but it paid off in this case.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And he'll take this forward for 2, maybe 3. But we do have a flag down, and they're already marching backward. From the gun, it's McDonald. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. That catch good for only a couple.
They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here, and if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of first downs, run some plays, run some clock, allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up a score.
Here's McDonald to throw. And a dangerous throw there as that's knocked down and incomplete.
Receiver coaches preach to their guys all the time. Separation, that's what's going to make the play successful. That time there was very little, and I think they were actually fortunate that it was only knocked away and not intercepted.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Escaping the pressure right. He's got it to Collins, complete. And he'll be touched out here, but not before he does pick up the first. A big connection on that one. 31 yards. Runs over it.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
Now after the running play, we've got a man down on the field. The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4. While the trainers take a look, we'll step aside. And he's going to be sacked. They sack him back right at the midfield stripe. That's sacked by the DN, Danico Autry.
But enough takes a start to have a good drive. Quite like a big loss on a sack, does it?
Now they're looking at a 3rd and long, and suddenly the momentum shifted to the other side of the football.
And old Mo is a very, very fickle man.
He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 40, and they will set up shop at their own 41-yard line. CD, I know it's just his second year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, second year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
A tight one, 8-7 our score after one on EA Sports. Looking to throw on second down. Willis. It's complete. This is Derrick Henry. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory.
And they'll use him out of the backfield, and sometimes quite a bit. They're just trying to get him touches any way they can. 4 catches a week ago. There's another one right there.
On 1st and 10, Willis. Got this complete to Racey McMath. Oh, nice move. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30.
So many times in my career, I've heard coaches talk about, as long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble.
So after the loss of a yard, they'll look to push forward here on 2nd down and 11. Looking to throw. Willis dancing to his left. DeAndre Hopkins making the catch. And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. Derrick Henry. He'll get this down inside the 10 for a pickup of about 3. It's 2nd and 7 from the 9. From the gun, Willis. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. The Titans on 3rd down. A perfect 3 for 3 as they look to keep that streak going. This is 3rd and 10. Buying time to his left. And that is caught. But he will come down out of bounds, says the side judge, incomplete.
That was an interesting look there because as soon as he got outside the pocket, I thought he was going to take off and run for yardage. But what often happens now with these quarterbacks who can move.
And they're going to fake it. He wants to throw it here. And all the gamble fails. It's incomplete. They pass up the 3, fake it. It doesn't work. And this Texans defense stands tall. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And he'll get this one up to about his 14. Just a yard on the 1st down carry, so it's 2nd and 9. Out of the gun, McDonald. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he almost gets this to the 30, taken down about a yard shy.
Well, that certainly has to feel good. And it's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice 1st down. Drive keeps moving.
And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down.
Well, I like the play design there. They occupied the defense downfield, everyone trying to account for someone. But unfortunately, they didn't account for the running back slipping out of the backfield. And he was absolutely unnoticed and wound up getting big yards on that play.
Here's Madison running on 1st down. And he's up over midfield and down into Tennessee territory. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3.
That's a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
Those are the types of run, Charles, that they say this first-year running back can provide a lot more of in the future.
He made it look easy, didn't he? Picking up that 1st down. Some have described him as a diamond in the rough with a lot of polish, nice little bumping. This guy could be one of the top backs going forward.
McDonald. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. This drive, it's been a good mix. 3 passing plays, 3 runs, hitting on all 3 of those passes, and the last one putting him in the red zone.
So wouldn't you think play action right here? Because you've got the ability and had the ability to run it and throw it. Go play action and take your shot at the end zone.
Running from the shotgun with Madison. And they'll get him down right around the 16. It was T.J. Edwards who brought him down. We talk about defenders, specifically linebackers, keeping their eyes in the right spot. He had that eye down the entire time.
And you know that's not easily done because they throw a lot of misdirection at you. They try and fool you and get your eyes in the wrong place. But you're right about that one. He correctly figured that one out and made a really nice play.
McDonald sets to throw. And his throw is incomplete.
To this point, I've been impressed with the work defensively. They have not allowed a lot of receivers to run free. And there's another example, another incompletion.
Now play number 8 on this drive, and they need 9 yards to pick up the first on 3rd. Throwing is McDonald. And it's caught. And the Texans are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points.
Well, that was a fun one to watch right there. A nice in-breaking route and plenty of room in the middle of the field. And he was able to get behind the linebackers and grab the completion for a really good pickup.
Back to throw. McDonald. He'll buy some time right. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
So I like that right there. Not only was it the right play, throwing it away like that, frankly, I think it was the only play.
Yeah, got outside of the pocket, realized he had nothing, just chucked it free.
Yeah, live to fight another down, right?
They'll run with Stevenson. And I think they stopped him again. They did at the 1-yard line. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. This Titan defense, they just will not give in easily. Looking for another stop, 3rd and goal. They'll try and run it in with Janovich, the fullback. And this is going to depend on the spot, but I believe he might be a few inches short. And we're going to get a timeout with 2 seconds remaining in the 2nd quarter. So with 2 ticks left here in the half, on is the field goal unit. From the left hash, he'll have to cut this at a tight angle. The kick by Fairbairn is good. So we have reached halftime here. It's the visitors, the Texans, out in front. As we send you down to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach. Okay, Coach, yeah, adjustments likely going to play a big role in this 3rd quarter in what's been a tight contest so far. It's the Texans in front and ball first as we are back underway in the 3rd quarter. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. Hey, Charles, they've got the lead. Put your coaching hat on here now. What's the game plan for the 2nd half?
I think getting the running game going a little bit more because I thought in the first half they didn't get it moving the way that they would like. They had success throwing it, but I think these first couple of drives, they'll want to get those running backs going and give them more opportunities, and I will guarantee you that those guys were lobbying for them in the locker room at halftime.
A good gain on 1st, has him set up with 2nd and just a couple of inches now from the 29. Out of the gun, they give it to Stevenson. Stevenson, a 1st down and more. And he'll get this down to the 39-yard line. 46 yards rushing for him now, and he's only carried the ball 4 times.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football. Sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
So operating from Tennessee territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 39-yard line. Here's Stevenson. And he'll be brought down, losing yardage back at the 40. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
And that's what this defense is going to need to do more in the second half. Good pressure that time, forces some indecision in the backfield. He's going to wind up being taken down for a nice loss.
Now a nice throw here right side. He hauls it in. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Titans' 18. On the handoff, Stevenson. And they'll get to him just inside the 15, even after that strong run we witnessed. Zach Cunningham, league's leading tackler a year ago, in to make the stop. 2nd and 6. Again, it's Stevenson. And he'll fight his way down right around the 12. 2 yards the gain there, and now they're left with a 3rd and about 4 for a first. Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
And they'll try and run the option to pick it up. And they'll go backwards here, losing yardage to the 14. Not at all what they envisioned on 3rd down, 3 yards in the wrong direction.
A great job there by this defense. They give up the long drive, but in the end, it looks like they'll force a field goal attempt.
Fairbairn able to put this one through. And it's now 13-8. Well, looking at it from a defensive perspective, that keeps the deficit very, very manageable. You know, all things considered, not a bad job on the defensive side.
I would say that you've pointed out something pretty good right there, and that is you actually have both sides happy with that exchange. You know, happy in quotes, of course. One team, hey, we've kept it within range. The other side saying, hey, we put points on the board and did stretch out the lead. Let's see how this one turns out.
Yeah, still bottom line, though, 3 points for the opening drive of the 3rd quarter. Tennessee offense about set and ready to go. And their deficit a little wider now than it was at halftime following the field goal a moment ago.
But the goal is still the same because you know they want to come out, establish a rhythm in the second half, and get going. Make no mistake about it, though. Kicking field goals, not in their game plan. They need to get the ball in the end zone.
And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's 2nd down. Third quarter of a tight football game as we come up on a 2nd and 10. Operating from the gun, Willis. And he will slide to a stop. He does have the first down. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Looking to throw. Willis. Eluding the pressure, and he will not make it back to the line of scrimmage as he's going to be taken down. They couldn't contain Deshaun Hand that time as he gets home for the sack.
How many times have we sat with coordinators, and especially the defensive guys, they've talked about big plays, sacks. They often come in bunches. Well, it may not be a bunch here, but that is the 3rd sack of the game for them.
And around sack 3 or 4, I would think it starts to get in the quarterback's head a little bit.
Not just the quarterback, the offensive play caller, the offensive line, knocks people off balance and changes what they normally do.
Well, the passing windows are just not there. That's just another example of how great this defense has been all game long.
And that's exactly what a top 10 defense can do. They can really change the game tempo and frustrate you as you try to execute offensively.
On 3rd down, Willis. Going deep for Hopkins. And he's caught on the sideline, but he's not going to have a first down. They say he was out of bounds, so a big call there that brings up 4th. Here's Brett Kern now. And surprisingly, this is the first punt of the game for either team. And look at this. It's a fake. And he's going to let it go deep. And this is dropped. Oh, my goodness. There was no one around him, but he took his eye off it, and it falls incomplete. Stevenson now on 1st and 10. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. Well done to sniff that out defensively. He had it diagnosed pretty quickly.
I love that description because diagnosed is perfect on that one. Read his keys, made the play, and he couldn't even get going moving the football.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Here's McDonald off of the play fake. Oh, that'll be incomplete. He took a shot as he let that go. And it's going to bring up a 3rd down.
From the snap, he certainly looked like he knew where he wanted to go with the ball, but surprise, that guy was covered. So that took his attention elsewhere to no avail.
To throw on 3rd down, McDonald. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
They certainly had good starting field position on that drive, but couldn't do anything with it after 3 plays. Have to admit that that's a disappointing end to excellent field position. When that drive started, they had 6 points that they were thinking about.
The kick by Fairbairn is good. And that pushes the lead to 8 points. They've doubled them up. It's 16-8. A second field goal here this 3rd quarter, and his 3rd of the game so far.
He's been an important part of the offense, that's for sure, and they may need him again before this one's said and done. So I would treat him like a pitcher throwing a no-hitter. Leave him alone and let him focus.
And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. They'll try and get the run game going. This is Henry. And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10.
Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the 3rd quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
Now a deep ball there on 2nd down, but it'll wind up incomplete.
I'm sure this isn't a novel thought, but maybe run some simpler routes instead of trying to get it all back in one shot. Defense certainly appears to be ready for him. Try and get it back little by little instead of in big chunks.
Get ready, get ready, get ready. 54. Check, watch 54, watch 54. Ricky.
On 3rd down, Willis. And he's going to go down. The Texans come at him and able to bring him to the ground. Deshaun Hand able to get in there for his 2nd sack of the afternoon. And now the Texans are going to stop it as they signal for a timeout. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. And this should be the final play before the quarter ends. They'll try and throw for it here. Flush to his right. On the run, he'll let this go deep right side. And this is caught right along the sideline. What a job of keeping the toes in bounds there. So a moment to catch our collective breath after the 4th down conversion. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. A give to Henry. And he'll power his way forward for about 4 yards there on the first down carry. Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. Back to throw. Willis forced out to his left. He finds Hopkins complete. And he's going to be taken down with another first down as the stop's made at the Texans' 15-yard line. Now a handoff to Henry. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
That's a strong pickup right there on first down. And as this drive goes on, we're seeing an offensive line and running game imposing its will.
6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. They'll run it again with Henry. And from the 9, they get this to the 5-yard line. He's hit pay dirt a lot this year, but not that time.
Yeah, I'm tracking right there with you. You're exactly right. He's found the end zone plenty of times. No way I can find any fault with the call. He may not have scored there, but of course you're going to give it to him.
On 3rd and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. And into the end zone for a Tennessee touchdown. A 5-yard touchdown run. And the Titans have a chance to tie things up as they trail by 2 here in the 4th. They'll look to throw. Rolling to his right. And it'll be intercepted. Desmond King picks it. And the Texans force the turnover. They'll take over at the 10.
Well, as most teams do in their 2-point attempt, they pass the ball. Instead, it gets intercepted. And remember, if you pick it off, you got a chance to take it all the way back and get 2 points yourself, right?
Yeah, not the case there. But that's why you got to be really careful with those throws, especially to the outside. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This one fielded at the 5. And he'll go down as this drive will start at the 25-yard line. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. Now they've seen their lead nearly extinguished after that last score, but bottom line, they are still on top with the football, and a touchdown on this drive would really put them in position A. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
I think sometimes when you're trying to get after the quarterback, maybe it's better to be lucky than great, because I think on that one, he's just trying to get upfield and rush the passer. Instead, the tackle for the loss landed right in his lap.
Sideline throw, it's complete. And a nice job there of keeping the toes inbounds. From the gun on 3rd down. McDonald flushed out right. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. Well, there you go. Save your best scramble of the day for a big-time situation in the 4th quarter, picking up the 1st.
You don't want to use it up early, right? You want to make sure you save it for that exact moment, that key time. And that's what he did, although you and I both know it wasn't planned that way. But what a nice job using his eyes, scanning the field, and realizing when it was time to exit the pocket and go.
58 yards on the ground for him so far. So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3. They run once more with Stevenson. He'll be taken down at the 48 for a pickup of 2 yards.
Defensively, we always know that he is tough in run support, and I think the way that he gets there is he understands what an offense is going to do before the ball's even snapped. A great job of scouting prior to the game, then reading, reacting, and taking the right path to the ball carrier.
Here we go, 3rd and 1. Gut check time on both sides. And they'll let their fullback try and push the pile. And he has the first down yardage before they bring him down right at the 45. And the Titans going to signal for a timeout defensively. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the 4th quarter. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves them with a 2nd and 3. Now, the objective there, I mean, yes, the positive gain, that's nice, but work some clock.
Yeah, you're exactly right, but the problem for them is still within a possession, so they can't just sit on it running the ball. They'll have to find a way to throw it effectively as well.
Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw.
Checking this down to Stevenson.
And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Titans' 28. This is something you got to be wary of defensively. I mean, just because they're in the mode of trying to burn some clock doesn't mean they won't pass it, and they got good yardage out of that one.
Yeah, and really, when you're looking at it, now they've got a fresh set of downs. Look for 2nd down. If they want to take another shot and try and loosen things up, that'd be the time to do it.
They'll run on first down. It's Stevenson. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. It's another 10 yards on that one and another first down.
No doubt those are the types of carries they're looking for here, Charles. The lead in the 4th quarter. This is when coaches that have a reliable running game, they breathe a little easier on the sideline.
Yeah, they love the idea that they can take the air out of the football at this point of the game. That means they're really counting on that offensive line, counting on the runners, taking care of the football. Because you're going to tell your quarterback, hey, no time to be a hero. We're not going to throw it here. Just eat up that clock. And if you have the ball, they can't score.
So it's Texans football as we welcome you back. They've got a 1st and 10 as they look to try and finish this one off.
This is Stevenson.
And after the good gain last play, this time they say, as he's going to be stopped behind the line of scrimmage. And now we'll see a timeout used on defense as they stop it right out of the break with 1:57 to go in the ball game. A rare misstep on that last play because the drive has been strong, but now it's 2nd and 12. That one looks like he'll throw here. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted.
Picked off by Amani Hooker. And the Titans are right back in this football game. Well, my, how the tables have turned now. They were trying to salt this one away, but that interception, potentially a game changer.
And I've just got to think to myself, at this point of the game, I know you've been aggressive. I know that's your MO, and that's fine. And all those teams that talk about all gas, no brakes, you better have the emergency lever to pull occasionally. They could have used it right there. They put themselves in a tough spot with that interception.
Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete. That would have been a tough catch, but in this 2-minute drill, those are the ones you really hope your guys come up with.
Yeah, you don't want your guy to be able to take the out because it was a tough catch. You needed him to come up with that one because if he does, it alters the perspective of this 2-minute drill, doesn't it?
Escaping the pressure right. Now a desperation throw deep downfield.
Oh, and that nearly ended it. That should have been intercepted, but he cannot corral it, and that is a lifeline there with 3rd down coming up.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Back to throw. Being chased out left. He's going to let it fly. And unable to connect. Incomplete. Now give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down. This defense looking impenetrable now. 3 straight incompletions. They're giving him nowhere to go with the football. Maybe a little frustrated back there.
Oh, there's no doubt about it. When you've missed on 3 straight, there's going to be some frustration. But now he's got to make sure that that frustration is temporary, not lingering. Big throw coming up.
As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. And they work this well upfield across the 45. The big play has them all the way out near midfield for a 1st and 10. Eluding the pressure right. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. This is caught inside the 15. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop it. A big play that time through the air. 39 yards. To the end zone, but knocked away and incomplete. This secondary as a unit, they've worked really well together in this one, especially late.
A lot of cohesiveness, a lot of communication, and some great athleticism. They're playing so well now, a nickname is sure to follow. They're going to have to name this whole unit soon.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. They'll look to throw. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game.
This defense, they just continue to feast. 5 sacks now as a unit. It's been quite an afternoon getting to the quarterback.
And we're seeing it come from a variety of places as well. Sometimes just the guys up front getting to them. Other times you add extra guys rushing the quarterback, twists and stunts. It's been a variety, and they've had no way of blocking them.
And that is dropped. Oh, my goodness. That could have been a game changer, but he could not hang on.
So they went for the 6, didn't get it. Now the call has to be for 3.
I agree with you. I know the competitive instinct says, let's go ahead and take another shot. But you took it already. Go ahead now, get the field goal.
So the field goal unit is on the field as this is a big spot right here. This to almost certainly win the football game. And Bullock will put this one through. And the sideline celebrates as they have taken the lead in the final minute.
Well, he was a spectator for much of this game. This is his first field goal opportunity of the entire contest, but he's able to connect.
Yeah, he had a pretty good seat to this one, didn't he? But let's face it, all kickers that you and I know, they want to contribute. They want their opportunity, and he seized his.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And they'll let that one go as it skips through the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. So you're right there, but obviously the clock is not your friend. How do you handle this situation?
You're thinking 2 plays.
And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time.
Picked off by the rookie from Virginia Tech, Caleb Farley.
And they will be set up now as he brings this thing all the way back inside the 20. Boy, so another interception, CD. It feels like he's starting to unravel a little bit.
And as you would expect, still a work in progress here in his 2nd season. He has to start ironing out some of these mistakes, though, because now his head coach, his offensive coaches, they have to evaluate whether you keep playing him, let him work through it, or you start thinking about going to his backup.
So this one, a Tennessee Titan victory. And they were spurred on by a strong performance in that 4th quarter as they held their opponents off the scoreboard.
Everyone wants to pitch a shutout for the entire game, but when you throw one in the 4th quarter, that tells everyone that you're getting stronger and dominance is starting to take over, right? The way that you close, the way that you finish, that gets preached to you from the time you're playing Little League football all the way up through. And they closed them out with a big-time performance down the stretch.
So for the Titans, they move back over 500 now at 6-5. And they will hit the road next week for a date with the New England Patriots. Meanwhile, for Houston, it's a bit of a setback as they drop to 6-4 now. And they'll be back home next week for a date with the New York Jets.